Little machete time. Good morning. On my channel today, I want to talk about a grid down situation in a major metropolitan city, specifically Toronto. If the grid goes down, this is my local power transfer station. It's maybe 1,000 yards from my house. If something happens to this transfer station here, this power generating station or transfer station, my lights are going to go out. Are you prepared for that in Toronto? Also, I'm gonna go into that in more detail, and I'm also going to discuss the viability if you have to bug out of your home, or if you're homeless, the viability of going into a local urban wooded area for survival. I'm going to go on a little bit of a ride today. I'm going to go from this transfer station to a wooded area, approximately 8 kilometers, 10 kilometers from my house, about that. And it's a wooded area that I kind of touched on yesterday on one of my rides. Very, very unfamiliar to me, other than I went through it a little bit yesterday. I'm going to do a little more exploring there today. So stay tuned if you want to learn a few valuable lessons if you can head to an urban area, or what to do in the event of a power outage. Stay tuned. Time now in Toronto is 7:30 a.m. right on schedule for what time I wanted to hit the bike, and it's between 10 and 11 degrees Celsius, so it's you know, for the end of August, I guess it's I think it's a little colder than seasonal, but it's not so bad. It's going to warm up today, so I didn't overdress. But anyhow, see you at the trail, at the wooded path. If you want to access this trail that goes underneath the 401 bridge, this is Weston Road. There's the fat bastard burrito. What'd you call me? And it's a crescent named Fairglen Crescent. And this trailhead here will connect you to the Humber River Recreational Trail, either the east section or the west section. Time now is 7:49 a.m. So from my house to here, to the trailhead, was 20 minutes, and it was a little over 8 kilometers. Here is the Weston Road off-ramp off the 401, and behind me, I just crossed over the Humber River. So if you go this way, that'll take you to the Humber Recreational Trail. And if you go down this dirt path here, which I'm going to go down right now, it takes you, because I was down here briefly yesterday on my ride, I just checked it out, but I didn't explore it too much. Today's going to be a little more of a comprehensive exploration. So you can see there's gravel here, so I'd have to assume that the city services this trail to a certain extent anyways. This gravel didn't get here on its own, but then the gravel kind of subsides. You're gonna hear airplanes, you're gonna hear the 401 because I'm close to the airport, and obviously very close to the 401. Like I said, it's about 5 minutes to 8. Oh, what did I see there? Something just ran in the woods up there. I don't know if it was a coyote or a rabbit. I noticed this yesterday. Blue post with a lock on it. If anyone knows what that is, anyone that watches the video can leave that in the comment section. I'd appreciate it. So it's still a little dark in here. Now there's a trail up here that veered off to the right. I'm going to, I didn't go check it out yesterday, but today I am. I think it's a sizable hill. Yes, it's a hill. Let's go check it out, see where it goes. Yeah, it's a pretty big hill. Okay. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, Ministry of Natural Resources or Ministry of the Environment building. You can see it from the 401. I've never been here in my life. Large building. Okay, so this facility is actually the Ministry of Environment. It's indicating on my watch where we are located as well. I got my GPS mapping on my watch. So yeah, I knew it was a government building. I didn't know exactly what. Okay, so that's no big deal. And this is Resources Road. That name now does jog my memory, but I've never, like I said, I've never been here in my life. So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to the right there, see where that goes. Then I'm gonna head back into the woods. Yeah, it's a large facility. They got a couple big generators here. Look at, yeah, this is wow, a big stack there. Like, what are they doing here? Got an enclosed bridge tunnel. I think there's a Lowe's up the hill, a Lowe's home improvement store. Well, there used to be. I don't know if it's still there. Huh. Holy, look at this place. Look at these fuel tanks. Look at the fuel tanks to run the generators and whatever. I don't know what they got a huge refrigeration system here. Huge refrigeration system. You know what? I don't want to know what's going on in here. Wow. And then you got a bunch of woods. It's surrounded by woods and the highway. Yeah. Huh. Makes you wonder what's going on in here. Giant fuel tanks to, I'm assuming, run generators, maybe boilers. Huh. Those generators would, I'm assuming, would power the entire facility and then some. What's that, medical gas tank? I'm not sure what that is. Okay, oh. I'm sure there's cameras everywhere here. I'm sure they have facial recognition software, so they know who I am. Okay, I've seen enough of that. So we'll see, at least I'm going down the hill this time. It's a hill, man. It is a hill. So I would imagine that the Ministry of the Environment conducts tests down in this forest. That's why these trails are relatively maintained and serviced. Just took a branch in the mouth. But the woods are a lot more expansive. So yesterday, when I went home, I downloaded my track me on my Garmin watch. And so currently my bike, this hill, is going southeast. Once I hit the bottom of the trail, I'll be going south. And if I keep going south, it follows the west side of the Humber River, which will lead me to Weston Golf and Country Club. But I don't know if I can ride this trail, blowing over trees, and it might just become, yeah, a little too cumbersome. Okay, so we've had some homeless activity down here at one time. It could still be an active homeless encampment. got a little stream through here, just a little, ever so slight, with a culvert over there, and that's been, looks like that's been recently serviced, and we have a bridge over there. I'm gonna do a little recon. This bridge over here, it's just two fallen logs, and someone put some planks on it. So what I'm thinking this is used for is a mountain bike track. I'm thinking. Let's go check it out. Just walking up the stream here. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Huh. There's definitely been some campouts here, without a doubt. There's lots of downed trees, but I think I can get around a couple, and maybe I'll lift the bike over. Good little workout. Lift the tank. The bike today, with a little bit of kit, I got on it, I'd say it weighs 95 pounds, thereabouts, maybe a bit more. Let's round it off to an even 100. Let's go. So obviously I've seen no one yet, which is good, because this path is a little out of the way. Not you know, it's not hard to get to, obviously, but you know, I wouldn't expect to see any single women here. And when I mean by single, I don't mean looking for a guy, I just mean a singletary woman walking through here. If I did, that'd be very disturbing. And if I see a single guy, not looking for a relationship either, if I see a single guy walking through here, I'm going to tell you, my guard is immediately going to be up. And yeah, anyhow, I'm always prepared for that anyways. That is no big deal. I'm always prepared for that. Okay. At the top of this hill, this little hill here, it's a giant tree. Real big tree. This tree is huge. The woods go quite a ways back. This is for inside the city, and for me to not be aware of this, it's quite substantial in size, in my estimation, considering we are in Toronto. So let's keep going. I'm gonna mount the bike. I don't think I'm too far away from Weston Golf and Country Club, which I've never stepped foot on in my life. So I'm back on the bike. I don't know how far I can. Whoa, yeah. Okay, well, there's my answer right there. We got a chain link fence here, we got a little fire pit. I'm gonna have to assume up that hill, or yeah, past that fence and up that little hill, is Weston Golf and Country. Huh. pretty sure I can see some manicured lawns, so through the thicket there. So, and I know that Weston Golf and Country is around here, so that's probably it. So what I'll do, okay, I think I'll follow the trail up through here. So that larger hill I walked up just previous to coming over here, I think I can get around that steep hill by going through here. Yeah, this isn't these trails aren't meant for my type of e-bike. This is like the upper limits of this bike. Yeah, so it's kind of dark in here too, so I don't see any visible walking trails. So like there's obviously leaves on the ground, so if I stay mounted on the bike, I just want to get, okay, so yeah, here I am here. If I stay, I'm walking the bike now, but if I stayed mounted on the bike, now you could hit a gopher hole, you could hit a coyote den, because it's covered in foliage, right? So this tree is huge. I would say that tree is 10 feet around at the base, and it's not doing too good. It's still partially alive, but it's on its way out. That tree has got to be over 100 years old. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we got a trail here. So I'm gonna try to mount again. I'll try to mount again. It's freaking dark in here, so I'm gonna leave the sunglasses off. Okay, so this just goes to a little clearing here. No, it keeps going over here. Yeah, there's fire pits, fire holes buried or dug into the ground, so people have obviously been down in here having bonfires and whatnot. It's definitely pretty good for mountain biking. And over there, I don't know if you can pick it up on the camera, but you can see the sun gleaming off the fairway. Looks like it's either a downhill or uphill pin placement. I love to golf that course. I believe Weston Golf and Country Club, for you golfers, I believe that was I don't know if it was a Canadian Open, but I think it was the first tournament that Arnold Palmer won ever, and I believe that was in 1955, but I'll look that up. But I think that was his very first tournament one, was at Weston Golf and Country Club, which is right there. Yeah, there are some sizable trees in here. Very nice forest. So someone made a jump in a little ramp here. So there's been some mountain bike maintenance done. You also got to watch for booby traps and whatnot. Oh yeah, okay. It's quite the hill. Let's go up a bit further. So if you're with someone, or if you're brave enough to come by yourself, this would be a very nice hike through here. Time now is 8:16 a.m. It's a Saturday morning in Toronto. Beautiful weather. Left the house, it was, like I said, about 10 degrees. Gonna go up to 22. Just wearing a thin base, thin hoodie, and a vest. I wear the vest to carry things, and as an added layer of protection, I'm wearing my Sitka Maxpedition sling bag, In it, I have my phone here today. I've got my chest mount on my phone. I have my 10,000 milliamp supplemental charger. My bike also charges USB-C. If you've ever watched my videos, I've said that many, many times. I have water filtration in my pack. I have another first aid kit, just a basic first aid kit. I have energy bars, Cliff energy bars, and fiber energy bars. I don't know if they're energy bars or whatever. And I have a Silcock key in the event I have to try to get water. Like at the Ministry of the Environment over there, I probably could have sourced some water with a Silcock key off one of their outdoor water supplies. So, SHTF scenario. You live in the city. What's the viability of coming into a wooded area like this? I'm going to tell you from traversing a lot of the city and growing up in the city and knowing a little bushcraft skills, a little preparation skills, and some camping skills. The viability is not good. It's low. You have a low chance of surviving if you come into an urban wooded area like this. Now, if you have no bushcraft skills whatsoever and you have no other alternative but to seek shelter in a wooded area, because maybe the cities are going crazy, they're burning, they're looting, you know, there's mass chaos, there's dead bodies in the street, you witness some horrific crimes and you just want to get away from that. Well, a lot of people are going to be thinking the same thing, and to be honest with you, I'm not thinking that. I'm not thinking of coming into the woods per se. I'm thinking in my situation I would hold and secure where I live. That would be my best alternative. Either that, or you have to have a bug out location that you can get on the road and get out as quick as possible into a rural area, whether that be 100 kilometers, 200 kilometers. Toronto and the Greater Toronto area is very sizable, as everyone knows. Toronto now has, just Toronto has over 3 million people, just a little over 3 million, and I believe the Greater Toronto area has over 7 million. I've touched on my videos before with regards to the ever-increasing immigration influx. We're continually, I think we're getting something like 1,200 immigrants per day into Canada, and our population since 2015 has grown by about 7 million people, and we're only a country of between 40 and 41 million. So it's unsustainable, and people, when they become desperate, they're going to think there's food in these woods, and there is food. I've already seen 3 rabbits. There are deer. I haven't seen any deer today, but I've seen plenty of deer. There's coyotes. I wouldn't want to eat a coyote, but if you're hungry enough, you probably would. But the thing is, you got to know how to catch these animals. And you also got to understand there's going to be people with hunting and trapping skills and bushcraft skills that are going to be competing for the limited animals that will be here, like, you know, even geese and ducks and fish. Of course, you know, fish is probably the easiest thing to catch with the Humber River, but it's not sustainable long term, I should say. To live out here in the winter time, it'd be very difficult. I did one winter urban camp early in January of 2025. The coldest night in Toronto, got down to -20. I did a cold camp. It's on a video that I did on YouTube, and you know, I have specialized equipment for that, so it wasn't so bad for me. My sleep system was rated for -30, so I didn't have any problems. But for someone that has to figure it out last minute and to come out in a -20°C night, good chance they're going to die, or they're going to lose some extremities. So this woods is by the 401, like I said, and it's a lot more expansive than I thought. I had no idea it'd be this expansive. This looks like, you know, it's a little thinner than you would see up north. Like, you can traverse this. Like, there are laid out paths because, you know, people have been here. Quite a few people have been. I haven't seen one person yet, but that could change. And that's another thing too, where you think there's no one in Toronto in an urban wooded area, there's always someone. There could be someone over there sleeping, camouflaged up. Today I brought my camouflage bike cover in case I had to leave my bike and go do a little reconnaissance, a little forward tracking, I would lock my bike up and put it on a camel cover, put it in the woods, so my bike doesn't go missing. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't think I have to do that now, but I was prepared for that, and I'm prepared for other things. So, you know, in Canada, you're not allowed to carry a pew-pew. We all know this. Only criminals carry pew-pews in Canada, and there's lots of criminals that have the pew-pews. So, you know, 14-year-olds, 12-year-olds, they all got them. That's predominantly who's doing all the bang, bang, bang is people that are below 20 years old, and obviously they're not the registered legal gun owners. They source them out of the U.S. So if you think you're going to come through here with a little fixed blade knife, a little pocket knife, an EDC, I always carry an EDC, of course, and a backup. But that ain't going to do you much if you come across someone with one of these, or even a long one, or a crossbow, a recurve bow, a compound bow, whatever. So yeah, don't think the woods in a SHTF situation within the city is going to save you. If you're a skilled bush person outside the city, yeah, there's lots of food. The likelihood of running into someone that wants to do you harm is going to be less. But here, like I said, it's early in the morning, Saturday morning. If I seen one single man, or even woman, sorry to say, even women, a woman coming through here, my guard's going to be up. Be very aware of your situational awareness. So I'm going to continue on with my my hike ride, and if you want to continue watching the video, I'll put it on the end of where I finished speaking with regards to urban bugout. So I'll continue on. I'm mounted on the bike again. So obviously someone's been through here with a chainsaw. Maybe I'll get a close-up of the golf course after all. Oh yeah, here we got a fair-sized hill here. So, I'm out of the darkness. I'm out of the darkness. Let's go see where this goes. I don't want to get going too fast here because I'm very unfamiliar with this, obviously, my first time ever. Curious. I'm thinking this probably will bring me out to Islington Avenue. Almost a camp right here. Just past a homeless encampment. And it's recent, it's in use. Okay, so here's the golf course. Golf course is to my left. This is the first time in my life I've ever laid eyes on Weston Golf and Country. It's right through there. I'm not going to get off the bike and trudge through that. It looks like it's some pretty dense underbrush there. Okay, what do we got here? We got a road here. What the hell is this? Okay, I was not expecting that. Got a paved road here, a paved path. What in the world is going on here? What in the world, for real? Wow! Holy, okay. So this brings me up to the Minister of the Environment building again, I think. What the hell's going on here? What the hell is this? Yeah, I got my my rotor on, my front brakes wet. Okay, hold on a second here. I don't want the bike. I want the bike going for a swim. They have a boat launch here. This is very, very odd. Very, very odd. Very strange, very strange. So this is 100% a boat launch. Huh. And we got wetlands in here. I don't see no waterfowl, no wildlife. Still hear the freaking highway. This is extremely unexpected to see this. Looks like they got some sort of, we got some animal scat here. You know, 100% there's going to be coyotes here, fox, deer. Oh, let's get out the branches from the spokey spokes. And up there, they're doing some sort of construction. So what I'm going to do, plug my camera back in, keep the battery kind of topped up. But what I'm going to do, there's no sense going through that wooded area again. There was an active homeless encampment there. I didn't get it on camera, but trust me, there was. And I don't want to disturb them. There'd be no benefit to that. I don't want to get into a confrontation with someone, and you know what? They're not living there because they have lots of money in the bank, I would assume. But you never know. Sometimes homeless people are quite wealthy. They just don't like giving people money. Holy, what the friggin' being built over here? You know what? Okay, so we got a diesel mobile generator there. There is a massive, oh yeah, big construction office here. Someone's here today. And there's a massive building going up over here. Look at this. Look at all the trailers in here. Holy. There's a lot of guys working today too. Let's go see what we can find in here. We got a little break area. There's a wellness trailer. Holy. Look at this. I had no idea. It's like, obviously people that could watch this video, this is by the 401 and Islington Avenue. They're gonna know what this is. This building is massive. What is this, a hospital? What's this gonna be? No, it can't be a hospital, can it? No. Too close to the Humber River Hospital, no? Is it a prison? If anything, it should be a prison. I hope it's a prison. Having said that, they'll probably throw me in it. So I'm obviously going to investigate to find out what this is. The building is huge. And there's obviously guys working today. You see all the cars, lots of them. A lot of trailers here. You got an on-site fuel truck in there, filling up the machinery. All these trailers here, all the different companies. I'm going to ask this security guard up here. Let's see if he speaks English. Oh, he's Resources Road again. How you doing, buddy? Good, man. Let me ask you something. No, I'm not going out. What is this building?
This one, they're making a new building for you don't know, the additional company is making a building for company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know what it is?
Yeah.
No. It's big, eh?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I just came out through the back trails there, and I didn't even know this building was being built.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna head back out that way. Okay, have a good day, sir.
Yeah. You can go to this way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going that way. I'm gonna go back that way.
Oh.
Through the dirt trail, because this way brings me on the roads I get hit by a car. Thanks, man. I don't think Buddy wanted me to come back through here. I don't think he expects people to come through up this way on a bike. And quite honestly, I didn't expect to come up through here on a bike either. Wow. So he spoke English, but he didn't give me any answers. Now I could go on the site there and try to track down a construction worker, but I'm not going to do that either. So this is the Ministry of the Environment building, and I thought that was big until I seen what was going up right there. Holy moly. So now I'm gonna go straight, see where this paved road takes me. I guess back to the Ministry of the Environment. Oh, there's a little bunny rabbit. There's a little food source. You'd have to eat about 3 or 4 of those a day to sustain life, and try catching one of those. If you don't know how to make a snare trap. Where does this go? What do we got here? What, do we got a loop right around here? Holy shit, this is wild. So we got a pond in the middle of this loop. So I might not have no choice but to go back through the way I came. I'm not going through the roads like that guy said. Oh, a mole or a mouse just ran in front of me. I think it was a mole. I don't see too many of those. Yeah, so they have a track kind of in good shape that runs right around that pond. And I came out through here, right? Where did I come out through? Was it here? I think it was through here, right? Yeah, I think it's back in there. So I think, let's see here. Yeah, I think it's back there. So I'm gonna have to go by that homeless encampment again. And I would imagine that guy doesn't see, he or she doesn't see too many visitors come through here. I'd have to say that for sure. This is the way I came, right? I think so. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. Kind of strange back there. I went into a little bit of a rut that might have been put there purposely. Right in front of the homeless encampment. So I don't know if that was there purposely, or which way do I go here? I think this way, right? Yeah. Huh. Very strange morning for myself. Very odd. But that's the thing, right? Once you explore these urban trails that you're not familiar with, you don't know what you're going to come across. And to my point earlier, you know, that guy, I'm assuming it's a guy, not too many women on their own. Now it's going back into darkness here, so I take off the sunglasses again. It gets really dark actually. Not too many women on their own would attempt to live back there like that. Like, I'm gonna tell you something. As far as you want seclusion in Toronto from a homeless encampment standpoint or situation, that's one of the best I've seen. But to get in and out of that situation, to get the necessities of life, wouldn't be easy either. So whoever is living there is not having the best of times. Very resilient person, I'll tell you that. My hat's off to whoever that is. It's resilience. Now, a lot of people have drug and alcohol dependency. Now, I'm not sure, I'm not saying they all do, that's for sure. But to live in this environment, you know, it's not the most positive environment. It's not the most best for your mental health. So anyhow, I don't know how to even know what to say there. It's not easy. I know a lot of people that to survive doing the things they don't want to do, they have to kind of escape from reality with drugs and alcohol, or alcohol alone, or drugs alone. So I'm a recovering alcoholic, you may not know that, and I've been off the alcohol now for what, a year and 7 months, a year and 8 months, something like that. It's, you know, a long time for me. But I never drank when I was stressed out. I never drank to numb the pain of anything. I just drank because I liked it. And I never drank to get drunk. It happened that way. But anyhow, yeah. So I'm glad in a way that we came across that homeless encampment there, because a big dog doo-doo right there. Huh. And I'm glad I did, because it kind of ties into why I'm here today, right? To actually experience it. So, and more of that's happening all the time, because the cost of living is unaffordable in Canada, and a lot of countries now. Yeah, there's someone down there on a bike. Yeah, I don't know if you see that. He's got something on his back. He's got something. He's walking his bike. Well, that's the first person I've seen. I'm gonna go right down here. It's a lot easier going down these hills than it is up it, that's for sure. So I'm probably gonna come across that guy. And I'm not riding my bike across this bridge because it is a little on the rickety side, so I think I'm going to go through the little creek. And watch out for nails. I'm going to touch some wood on that. I do not want to start changing a flat tire in here today. Been there, done that, right? Sunglasses on here and prepare for potential confrontation. What are you, a little paranoid, Dewey? No, I'm not. I'm just prepared now. You gotta ask yourself, where is this guy? I thought I would have been up close on already. He tuck in somewhere. He had a big roll on his back, a big roll, so that could have been bedding. I don't know. And I think he might have been on a little fold-up e-bike, one of those ones that have a hinge in the middle. I thought I would have been on him already, so he might have, or he could be up ahead, but I thought I would have been on him already. Huh. Interesting. He seen me. He seen me up there. I was like a football field away from him. I was on top of the hill, so I'm going at a pretty good pace now. Get out of here. See if I can catch him. No, so he might have hightailed it out of here too, or he might. I'm thinking he slipped into the woods, and I don't care either way now. Well, that was interesting. That was one of my more interesting rides, to be honest with you. I hope this video gets some views because that was interesting, I thought. I'm gonna head back to my place, towards my area. Like I said, it's about 10 kilometers from here, and continue on my day. It's 8:45, so I got a full day ahead of me still. Yeah, interesting. If you have any questions or concerns, leave it in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you. And thanks for watching. Enjoy your Saturday wherever you are in the world. Bye.